Hey everybody, welcome to the Nerdatorium, where today we're talking about is Harry Potter sucks? Answer yes. Thank you for watching. Tejas?
JK, Harry Potter doesn't suck. Sorry. Why did we decide to talk about Harry Potter? I know it's in the news a lot because of its author.
Yeah. Look, there's nothing to debate here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that we're not gonna say that J.K. Rowling is right in her very oddly timed and oddly opinionated comments about transgender rights. But
Right.
I thought we should talk about it just to point out to all the people who feel hurt at what she's doing and feel like it's ruining Harry Potter for them. I just want to remind them, J.K. Rowling's been ruining Harry Potter for years. Like, literally
This is
years
true.
at this point.
Absolutely true. J.K. Rowling has, I mean, I don't want to say it's turning into Star Wars, but it really has, in the sense that Star Wars has given us fans so much joy and
Yeah.
so much pain also. But mostly joy, because I mean, for us, for Star Wars fans looking at the Harry Potter universe going like, huh, this is just the beginning.
Oh,
It's
no.
like-
Yeah, exactly.
But-
but imagine this.
but, yeah.
It's the entire Star Wars fan base, but the author is the one doing it.
Yeah, but that's exactly what happened, right? Like, people
Like with
turned
the
against George.
prequels.
George Lucas. Yeah, but George Lucas, I mean, his was a creative failing for people, not for us, right? Like, we still think. George Lucas is a legend as far as I'm concerned, and
Absolutely.
not as far as I'm concerned. Just generally, he is, and there's nothing. I mean, he's never. In fact, he has been very vocal about being inclusive. Like, he's very inspired by Roddenberry and Asimov and things like that. So his work has reflected it for a long period of time. Even though, yes, of course, it was mostly a boys' club in the beginning, at least the movies. But he always had strong women in his films, and I don't know. I think George Lucas has been fine. But now this is a completely different nature of authorship. I want
Yeah.
to say, because Harry Potter is one of those franchises again. For me personally, I don't know about you, Dinkar. Like, I loved Harry Potter the books when I was in school, but after that, it didn't take with me in the way that
Right.
unlike Lord of the Rings or maybe or it's just like I was telling someone that Harry Potter and Game of Thrones are roughly like the same for me. It's like I enjoy it thoroughly, when it's happening, and the books are great, and the Game of Thrones show is I think it gets too much hate for the last season, but I think the show is spectacular, and but again, it's not a thing that I'm so heavily invested in like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or even Star Trek or anything like
tell
that.
me this,
So for me, yeah.
At what point did Harry Potter stop mattering to you? Because I know it did for me at one point. And
Yeah, absolutely.
It occurred to me, I mean, I can tell you the first, say, 4 books pretty much
Yeah.
from memory. I can go this is exactly what happened. And then there was that huge gap
Correct.
during which
Correct.
we would have gone to college. So when I went and read The Order of the Phoenix, it mattered way less to me.
Did it happen in college? I can't remember. No, I remember the last book was while we were still in school then, Kar. Unless you're talking about junior college.
Oh, yeah, junior college, no. But,
Yeah.
well, okay, at least from
What a-
5
what an
onwards,
Indian
I think
concept.
possibly we were in school. My memory is hazy.
We
on
were
that.
in school, I remember. I'll tell
Okay,
you why
yeah.
I remember, because
oh,
I
yes,
was
yes,
in,
you're right,
I don't know if-
Yeah.
Do you remember I went to Lamsey
I do remember
Plaza
you went to.
in Dubai. I went to Lamsey Plaza in Dubai at midnight to collect the last book with my friend Romit.
Correct.
And yeah, we bought and I was there, midnight. I was a fan up
Okay,
till the
I was
books,
in college.
I wanna say.
Okay, now the timeline is clear to me. You're a year younger than me.
Right.
You were in school. I was in
That's
my
right.
first year of college, and me and
That's
my friend,
probably it, yeah.
we bought the book, and then I read it in one night the day before, the day we got it, so that
Yeah.
I wouldn't be spoiled by it and stuff. But yeah, I guess I still cared, but I think the 5 to 7 are not as strong in my memory as 1 to 4, simply because of the time I read them at.
Absolutely. I think we reread a lot of. It's also the age, right? I think I
Yeah.
read the first book when I was in grade 6 or 7 or something. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that, and I was still reading other books, but I think I got into other things also, as I was growing up. So Harry Potter wasn't as big a deal. But even though I caught up with the books, I will say this, that so once the movies came out, I wasn't really that interested. The movies were fine. It's done that amazing
I was a
thing
fan of the movies as well.
being so Yeah, no, the movies have been such easy light watching that it literally is a Star Movies night kind of
Absolutely.
thing. I've
Yeah,
watched the
made
Harry
for
Potter
it.
movies more in hotel rooms across India than I have seen in at any other point of time in my life.
Absolutely.
So that's the kind of movie effect that is had. I will say twice. There have only been two times where my interest has been piqued once again. Like rekindled, I'll say. The first was when I want to say when the first Fantastic Beasts movie came out. I was like, wow, here's a new way for us to kind of go forward.
It seemed
It'll be
interesting.
A lot more,
We both really liked that movie.
Absolutely, that movie is still a great movie. And the second time was when I read Harry Potter and I won't say this is the second time, but like when I read the Cursed Child.
The child which
and,
had been cursed.
Hath been cursed, yes. I thought about, and I read a lot about the stage play, and the stage play piqued my interest. Like, I've still not seen it. Even when I went, it was too expensive, and it was sold out. It was basically like the Hamilton of the UK of West End, basically. And it was just too impossible to kind of go and watch it. Though I would still like to watch it. I think that has made me want to still know what's happening in Harry Potter, because I still want to watch that play, because apparently it's like fantastic, and it's like really, really well done. So those are, I'd say, the two things that kind of brought me in. But like literally everything else has driven me away from Harry Potter. Like whatever I see on Twitter every like day with just like, JK just not being able to just move on,
Sure.
just like don't say anything, like just stop talking, please. But then I also see the love, from like Daniel Radcliffe writing that letter. It was really cool. So
Really well
as
written.
someone
that,
who is
that man is possibly the best thing we got out of Harry Potter.
he is Harry Potter. What do you think, man? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want, like, just because the author is a sucks.
Yeah.
To ruin you can't, I guess it's like anybody being cancelled. Like
Perhaps
Michael
as
Jackson or
Elder
whatever
Statesman
it is.
Star Wars fans can offer some advice to Harry Potter fans. Ignore it, man. Doesn't matter.
I swear, dude.
But I mean, we
Just ignore
are
it.
of course the generation of Harry Potter fans as well. And honestly, this didn't matter to me because it's like it's like Daniel Radcliffe put so well in that letter. What those books mean to you are what they mean to you. So even though the later books mattered less to me, and even though The Crimes of Grindelwald is one of the worst things I've ever seen, I still
It is
like
a crime.
It is, yeah. It's a horrible, horrible crime, and like
Wow,
everything
what a
J.K. Rowling
terrible
has
movie.
said, both in terms of her needlessly
The retconning,
just
dude.
terrible opinions about society in general, and her weird retcons of Harry Potter lore.
Yeah, the retconning, dude. It's so
Very
unnecessary,
annoying,
dude. Like,
if anything, this
just
is the last straw.
recognize. Yeah, exactly. Just all she had to do was recognize that, okay, cool, yes, some parts are problematic, but like she could have written like better. But she's yeah, man, it was dumb. I feel like she's.
It's
I don't ever believe somebody to be like 100% with like negative. Like she's not a villain, I'd say. Okay, but
no, and she has right opinions on a lot of things as well. I believe.
Exactly,
I know she
right?
hates Piers Morgan, which is correct. That is the right opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, no, she's not 100%, but like in a matter where she's so clearly out of her depth, like it's best to just like
Shut
not.
up.
But again, she has such a responsibility because she's so like she's like a Disney by herself. She has such a huge responsibility over so many different people's, like so many kids, particularly impressionable children who are reading her material and stuff like that. And for those reasons, I'd say, yeah, you have to kind of. And you have like a team, dude. Like, just what is your PR agent saying to you? Just saying, why are you ignoring that person? Anyway,
I don't think
whatever.
it matters to her because she's at this point too powerful.
She's a
right?
billionaire.
So who knows? It's like Edgar Allan Poe said. You either live long enough to die. You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And I guess we know where she landed.
Yes.
What's odd to me is it's not even like this is
Yeah.
her only thing. She does have she has sincerely tried to do other stuff and it's worked for her. Like she's written her adult novels, she's written her crime fiction as Robert Galbraith, and those are I haven't read them, but from what I've seen, they're apparently not bad. At least 2 of them have been made into series, if I'm not mistaken, and people say they're pretty decent. So go ahead and do stuff like that.
That's
man.
the point, right? Like,
why
exactly.
are you ruining the things
She's
you've
not-
done?
she's not inherently, I'm saying, trying to kind of like ruin things. I think she's just like caught up in this like super woke kind of mode where she's like, oh, I need to recalibrate all my opinions so that I can be in line with what people are like today. It's like, my biggest thing about the books being kind of silly that way is that originally they were like children's books. Like the first two books are so like, well, the first book actually is such a kid's book, right? It's not, and I know this happens to a ton of authors, but like her going like, descending into this darker thing as our audience is also matured. I get it. Cool. That's fine. You can do that. But don't say that, oh, yeah, it was always part of the plan, like, oh yeah, it was always going to be a dark book. I was just like, no, you adapted. It's fine. You can just say that, like just say it, like be honest about it. And that's the same thing that she's like, oh yeah, of course Albus Dumbledore was gay, of course, they were lovers. I'm like, you said that after the books happened, and then in the movies you didn't even address that like properly. You still stayed away from it. I'm just like, come on, dude, if you're gonna go like do it fully or don't do it at all. It's just like, don't half-ass this kind of woke ass, shit. I don't know. This is just me, but what?
This is something that like here's another equivalent. How I Met Your Mother, okay? Same situation. Yeah. A show that was like beloved at the time, in retrospect, is both problematic and not really that great. But it has given us great people. Like that entire cast, just like great people all around, all making great stuff people, even today. Same things.
Yes, you're right. I agree. I mean, I think... again, man, like all these things like start off with like good intentions and good ideas, and then kind of wreck themselves like as they go along. I just think that J.K. Rowling, yeah, man, like she should do what George Lucas kind of did maybe with, and not comparing the two at all, but maybe she just needs to give it to somebody else to kind of take forward.
Yeah, the different genders, which is very important to J.K.
Well, yes, but the other thing is just that, man, it's time that, she started it, but she doesn't have to complete it. And, I know that there are a lot of people who love these stories and want to see more of them. And if she gave it to, like, more able, like, smarter creators, right? Like basically what Kevin Feige has done with, like, the Marvel Universe, giving it to people like James Gunn or Taika or any of these guys who have, like, individual, very, very bright voices and, like, let their personality kind of infuse the universe in which they're working in. Same thing here, man. I think Harry Potter by itself, excluding the author and all the extraneous things, like the universe is good enough for it to be continued in a new, different way. I mean, that's how Fantastic Beasts felt that way, at least to me. So I don't know. I think they could do that if they want, and which they inevitably will kind of take it forward. Just
kind of did it with the Cursed Child also.
No,
right?
She wrote that also.
She handed it off
she wrote that also, dude.
But she had other people involved.
Yeah, but so, how about you don't have J.K. Rowling involved?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Alternate pitch again. Leave it the fuck alone.
Do you think honestly that is possible?
Just to close the... I'm hoping for it. I mean, stick to the 7 books. They're good. We'll live with it.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway.
That's my hope.
Enough.
Yeah, it's possibly not going to happen. Enough. But let me close out with an important question, Tejas. What house are you?
Slytherin all the way, dude. Yeah.
What? You're not a Slytherin. You want to be a Slytherin.
I basically was in Orion House in school, which was a green house. So that's the color of Slytherin. That's why I'm in.
Right.
I think I would be.
Okay.
I think I would be. I think I would be either a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor. I think one of those two. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Because I don't know if I care so much about what's happening around. Like sometimes.
Well, it's about the choices you make. So what if you like land up and put the sorting hat on your head, and the sorting hat's like, what house are you going to be? And you're like, I don't really want to be here in the first place.
And she'll just go like, Beauxbatons, and then I have to go to a different school.
Correct. Yeah. Like just go to another school.
Yeah.
I myself am a Jigglypuff, I believe.
Very good.
So that's that.
I'm not an Hufflepuff. I'm a Pokemon. Nice.
Correct. All right. This has been the Nerdatorium.